back to Study Break number 52. Fun episode.
Really fun episode.
Finally, we got to the splash pad. How long did it take us?
52 episodes.
Oh my
Well,
God.
no, we didn't know about it in the beginning.
Talk about the epic highs and lows of Gals and Goblins.
Yeah.
I mean, we had nat 20s. We had nat 1s.
We had nat 20s out the wazoo.
Someone
Yeah.
pointed out, like, this time last year was when I think we found out about the splash pad in combat class.
Uh-huh.
And,
Yeah.
and in the episode, we say, like, well, surely we've got to get there before the end of 2024, and we didn't. It took us a year to get to the
Holy
splash
shit.
pad.
But we were close.
Yeah.
It was a good year until we did. The cards that I drew from like the encounter deck that you had made, I drew a 3 of spades and then a 4 of spades right after. So I was on my way to a straight flush.
Oh, yeah, that's what we were going for.
That's what I was going for.
Nice.
Will you hand me that cat deck? I just want to look at it.
Oh yeah, all the cards have cats on them. I got a tortoiseshell and
Can you
a
hand this to
Cornish
Olivia?
Rex. Shout
I love
out
these
if
cats.
you have one of those cats.
I got a Toiger.
Oh, I can start saying it again.
Descended from the Bengal.
Well, I guess no. I was going to say, aren't they all? But they're not. I mean, the Cornish Rex looks like it's descended from a desert cat.
The Cornish Rex, those are cool. Yeah, anyway, I think Combat Class is like the first episode of 2024. Jared's checking right now. But yeah, the cards we used, I love these cards. I use them for acting games and stuff. And it's a nice surprise that the Tabby is the queen in this deck, or one of the queens. Munchkin.
Me and Bach.
Me and American Bobtail.
Doesn't have the same ring to it.
Bachtail.
Me and Bob.
Whoa, you're right.
I just recently looked at it for something.
It came out on my birthday.
Happy birthday!
Everybody say happy birthday, Jared, in the comments.
His birthday was on January 24th, doxed.
What the fuck?
No, don't dox him.
I'm doxed. Yeah, it came out January 24th. Blackout and Gym Class came out in January 24th.
It's not like we have an Instagram that says when our birthdays are every year or something.
Do we even give Jared a birthday shout out?
Yeah. Havana Brown. That's the
Cabana Brown. That's where we were.
that's the kind of cat that Beans would be if he was real.
Oh, yeah, that's like what he's based on.
Yeah. The only all brown cat.
I mean, that's pretty brown.
Yeah.
Well,
Ooh, a Cora.
Craves company and is easily trained.
hey.
I trained my whole life.
I've been trained. Wow, this Havana Brown has literally been training his whole life.
So we started this episode off with y'all leaving Frogmont.
Rip.
Good riddance.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding. I literally wrote
Drama.
in my Sawyer notes. Sometimes I write like internal monologue, like character stuff, just to get me in the zone. And my one for today says, "My life is over."
Oh.
Like I'll write down my like character mindset, like going into the episode, just to like
Yeah.
remind me. Yeah, it literally says my life is. It says mango time trap. My life is over.
Mango time trap. Life is over.
Mango.
Love it.
And then we did that encounter of y'all sneaking through the ship.
Ooh, that was so
loved it.
I still can't believe that like Lord Arathis is back there in the stables, like that sucker. And Jared wanted him to get us too.
I did. I wanted them to get y'all.
Jared was mad that we made it past
That was
him.
crazy. That was crazy. Okay, yeah, and then we saw all the ships. That was cool. Whenever we saw like a million of them,
like a
Beans
minefield.
I can't believe we got through that.
Me neither. Yeah,
But I loved the DC like mechanic there of like adding up like harder things every time. Yeah, that was great.
That was smart.
I liked the cards.
Like, were we gonna like totally be screwed? Like, surely one of them would have broken off to tail.
So the
us.
damage, I would have said that like y'all were faster. It would have
because we're small.
It would have been more of a damage thing. If it took y'all like 2 things to get away or whatever, and y'all like got shot down. I did not plan for that, but we would have gone off the rails.
I do kind of like going off the rails, but I'm glad that didn't happen.
I gotta pull up the damage that they were gonna do because it was gonna kind of fuck y'all.
Probably in like two attacks, it definitely would have done more than Sally's max. Like we would have had to be carpentering it.
Yeah. Or we would have gone down and had to swim for it.
Yeah.
Where is their damage? I had it written down.
And Bees doesn't know how to swim.
There it is. It would have been 10 D12 plus 80.
Holy shit.
Plus 80.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
And then, but if y'all, if they had fired at y'all, if they had hit y'all or like y'all weren't stealthy whenever y'all blew up the one ship, they would have done that, but then halved it. And then if y'all got found out, there would have been one round where it was halved because it would have been a few ships. And then like the next round, them firing at you would have been full. Just so like y'all would have a chance to get out. But
even though the lightning would have been cool on the explosives, I was so excited to use my shatter spell. Because I got that like last time we leveled up, it was pretty recent. Like it wasn't that long ago. But I was like, this is going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah, I was just confused. I was like, and then I realized that there was like a visual element of like the lightning bolt.
Shatter's so nice because like when you cast it, like you can't tell where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Like it just makes a huge noise right at that 60-foot spot.
Yeah.
Or I mean, you could cast it.
But you can't tell who's casting it. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a fucking awesome spell.
That's great.
It was so cool. And I've always like wanted, I guess it could have been magical, but whatever, this was cooler anyway. I always imagined like when Sawyer cast Shatter, it would be like shattering a window with a baseball.
That's so cute.
But the only ball I have, because we only picked up sentimental items, was the one that Margie gave me, like her game-winning ball. So,
oof.
I know.
But the game-winning ball is gonna like, I don't know, we like put a dent in the Golden Order.
Yeah.
I think we fucked him up pretty good.
Yeah.
That was
I think
pretty.
it's gonna pay off.
And now later she can be like, oh yeah, what about like, where's the ball I gave you? And I'm going to be like, about that.
Like I used it for good.
It was a good cause, I swear.
You used it to be a hero, yeah.
It was pretty epic. It's what Margie would have wanted.
Exactly. I don't think she'll fault you for it.
No.
And now I have to like shave my sword back down, I'm afraid. I don't know. I'm going to have a less recognizable weapon.
Yeah.
They're going to know it's me.
No.
I did change the encounter whenever, because I remembered that you were invisible whenever we started, and I didn't remember whenever we were doing the encounter originally. So I said it was going to be 8 rounds, and what the DC would have been is if you got a pair in either suit or number, you would have been able to subtract half the sum.
I did. I got 2 spades.
So if you had you got 2 spades, right?
Yeah.
You would have been able to subtract the half of the sum of those 2 numbers from the DC. Because that would have been like 8 rounds. It would have been getting crazy.
That would have been cool.
I like that.
That's just like a really good idea to like have like a flexible DC. Because there's always stuff where it goes down 1 point every time or up 5 points every time or whatever. But like this is like so much more suspense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Pulling cards is always nerve-wracking in D&D though, because everyone talks about the...
Jared always has little pieces of
Dick.
paper over there that he...
Yeah.
I like it.
I try to do pieces of paper, or like if I'm doing an encounter, it's just like, how do we do it a little different?
He made me go digging for these cards.
Oh, speaking of paper, we had the letter from Estes' dad.
I was going to
Yeah.
literally say that. I was going to
Yeah.
say paper. Got that letter.
That was great. Definitely trying to manipulate me.
It was pretty good, though. It was pretty good manipulation.
I was
Frankly,
kind of convinced. I was
frankly, it almost got me.
yeah.
at first
I was like, oh, my dad's a good guy. And then I was like, no.
It's working. It's working.
sometimes with us, it only takes like one, like, I didn't mean it. And we're
Yeah.
like, oh,
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
cool. Sweet. We had the
Well-
wrong idea.
Well, I mean, like, like what of that is manipulation? What of that is like truth?
That's
Yeah.
what I
hidden?
said.
I mean, some of it is true. I
best
believe
stuff is in
Timonus
truth.
that he doesn't trust the Golden Order.
Yeah.
Like, the closer you are to the Golden Order, the more you're going to distrust them.
Yeah.
And he's pretty close.
Yeah.
I love the idea of him having some sort of beef with Lord Arathis, especially if, like, just based on that flashback scene of when we went to your house, like when Lord Arathis was young. I love the idea of them having some sort of, like, mentor, like,
Yeah.
like student relation, like, you know what I mean? Like bringing someone into the fold, but then like they're more power hungry than you.
Yeah.
And then they like sort of betray you or like bypass what you originally taught them.
Yeah.
I just like love to think about them having that sort of relationship.
Yeah. And then we got to talk with Theodrix a little bit to like
That was good.
firm up all of that information that we had.
That was good. Oh yeah, and then what the hell? So they were like, oh, like Esta and Theodrix are inside the same body. Let's put Hyperia in there too.
Well, it was
Crazy.
Melina. It was Melina, but yes.
Oh,
yes.
sorry, that's what I meant. So when they say Advent, do they mean like Hyperia is coming down and they're gonna put her in you?
So my note that my one note, I never take notes, but my one thing I wrote down, I was like, I want to remember this, was Adventuring Academies.
Out of everything from that episode.
I was like, oh,
We just blew this thing wide open.
That has to be what they meant.
That's funny. So those are the same root word.
Right?
And where do you think that leaves us?
I don't know. I don't know. It could be something. Could
No,
be
I
something.
mean, it kind of, I mean, it's not anything.
It'd be something, I think. I just blew it open, frankly.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
blew
so now I'm
something
like
open.
even more scared about that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, first it was like, oh, Hyperia's coming down and like she's going to take over New World Order. Not good. Not good. But now it's like, and they directly want to like do something to you about
What is
it.
that?
Not me. I don't know.
Wait.
But, or they want to fuse her soul with someone.
Someone.
Well, what about my whole like Moray was impersonating Hyperia theory, which ended up being wrong? What if like Moray like volunteers
Yeah.
to like merge her, you know, self with Hyperia?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, because Moray was doing all that twin soul research.
Yeah.
So it's like, what if she was like, oh, I'm gonna, if this is right, like, don't change it. But, you know, I'm gonna like volunteer myself, basically, or like offer myself to
Yeah.
Hyperia, which,
Well, I was right about like Melina being extra twin souled with
Yeah.
triple
Yes,
soul.
yeah.
So he didn't change that, you know. Like
Yeah,
we could
yeah,
be
yeah,
we
yeah.
could be right about things.
no, we could be, I mean, I think that makes a lot of sense. And I also think
right
that
about
that is the coolest thing ever. Like offering your body up to a god
Yeah.
is just like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, and like kind of messed up.
So, is it smart that we're bringing Esta with us, or are we walking right into where they want Esta?
We're totally putting her like right.
He did
But what
say
if they
like
don't wanna do it
come to us,
Esta?
find me in Estea, and we are going to my house, my apartment complex.
my finger, if you
Yeah.
will.
my finger.
Yeah, so we could be like putting you right into danger, or we could just like be walking into.
Which
Like,
frankly
a
is
similar
more fun
situation.
than being safe. So.
Which here's a
I
thought
guess.
that y'all haven't had, but it's there. Is I mean, there are two like great dragons.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
like-
where the hell is
So
where
are
the hell
they
is
are they looking for
Oh,
Sisix
yeah.
Six? Yeah.
to create this like new god thing?
Where is
essentially? She was y'all heard her on the spirit plane, and that's
Cherry
That's where you know where Tara
her.
went. Yeah.
yeah. So Tara
spirit
could be
plane.
like united with her.
What do you
Whereas
mean?
Tara,
Tara could be put with Hyperia. Like she could
Yeah,
be-
and if it's like if Sisix took over, I don't know if Sisix would like want to be combined with Hyperia,
but
but
Sisix and Tara are still tied, right?
yeah.
yes.
They're
But
still together.
Sisix is in control.
Yeah, that's as far as
That
we
was the
know,
last
yeah.
physical form we
Yeah.
heard of or
Yeah.
saw. Yeah.
Yeah, so they could try to. Yeah, they could try to put if Tara and Moray are like battling
there's-
to like be possessed.
Well, there's two gods. You know what I mean? It's like we have Lunastera,
Lunastera,
and
yeah.
Hyperia, and they have both of them.
And we have Queen of Hell,
Astaroth.
Astaroth. She's a god too.
I think like the
Did I make up that there's nobody behind Cold Door anymore? Did we find that out?
No, we know that Lunastera is behind there.
Oh, we know she
the actual
is.
exact opposite of that.
Well, but I thought like maybe we'd like looked and it was like there's nobody in there anymore.
Miss Gray told y'all that Lunastera was back
That's
there.
right.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, so
So yeah, so what's going on is essentially
if you and your messy high school toxic Yuri situationship don't each get like possessed respectively, like by like the moon and sun goddess who are at odds, then like what are you
doing?
even doing?
you're wasting your time.
Then you're not like then you're not doing
what's
it
the
right.
point?
Yeah.
You know?
Then are you even in love?
Yeah. If your toxic Yuri isn't in parallel to the gods of the universe, like what's the fucking point?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So there's definitely some wanting of twin souls and also some goal of triple soul.
Yeah, but Astaroth and Lunastera are together. Hyperia and Lunastera aren't like,
Oh wait, yes.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, no. Like they essentially the story, if we go all the way back to like the loose translation of like the like earth and moon and
Yeah.
sun.
And then Hyperia was jealous.
yeah, they don't like Hyperia.
But in the Toxic Yuri, in the underschool, Tara, the love square, Tara and Moray each cheated on, right?
And
Each cheated
Sabina.
on their partners.
Yes.
Because who was with Sabina?
so here
Tara was with Sabina.
Oh, God.
this is the plot
And then
of that.
Talia.
This was how that went down. It was Sabina and Moray were like got together first, and then like it was the three of them, and they were like all friends.
With Tara.
Yeah, it was
as
like
the third person,
Tara,
yeah.
Sabina, and Moray were all friends. And then it started to get into like emotions and like feelings. And it was like Sabina and Moray. And then Moray started to change a little bit, and then Sabina and Tara got closer, and then they like fully were like, we prefer each other, but we can't tell Moray. And then
Tara and Talia were
Yikes.
together, right? Talia,
yes, Tara and Talia.
Tara and Talia were together.
Yes.
And I don't know. I like it's to me it's all coming together.
You look like you're gonna sneeze.
You look like you got some shit to say.
No, it was coming, and I was trying to.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna sneeze. I thought you were cooking.
Like the parallels are there artistically.
Yeah.
Narratively, the parallels are there. But are they literally gonna be there? Like, you know what I mean? Like, literally, are they gonna be there?
Could you imagine we get there and just lined up across the stage? Boom, Tara. Boom, Moray. Boom.
It would be the awesomest thing ever.
On the stage.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming there's a stage. It's a summit.
Yeah.
I'm really assuming like cult vibes at this summit. Like,
Yeah.
like they're trying to.
There will be some like ritualistic.
I was imagining like, you know how they're trying to sacrifice all the Githyanki at the same time or whatever?
Yeah.
I'm imagining a sort of like a circular dais with like, you know,
Yeah.
stand.
I was kind of imagining like corporate keynote.
Yes,
A little bit.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Am I?
Part of it is a little bit of like corporate keynote.
Well, yeah, they got to
PowerPoint.
update their shareholders.
That's what I was.
Somebody's
thinking.
working on the decks this morning. You know?
At my last job, my bosses would go to like a coaching summit in a European country, and it was just like a bunch of people getting in a room, being like, "Take a deep breath in. You feel that?
Yeah.
That's your power."
Because
Like,
they're
that's
having
so-
like
Oh my-
they're having like corporate meetings about like marketing and like finances during the day, but then there's cult stuff happening at night.
Yeah.
There's
Yes.
cult stuff happening in these corporate
You're right.
spheres as
Speak
well.
on it.
So
Yeah.
that's what I think is happening at the summit.
I agree.
that is-
I agree. That is exactly the vibe.
There's definitely
There's
a
panels.
circus. There's a circus
But I think it's
performer at
taking
night.
place at like if a catacombs was above ground or like a, you know what I mean? I'm just thinking of the architecture.
Well,
Thinking of the tech.
I was trying to look up like castles that I was or like architecture.
What am I thinking of? That's like it's not catacombs. It's not a chapel. It's like a word for like the type of structure that I'm thinking of that you might do a sacrifice in, or that you might like a cathedral.
Sanctum.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Cathedral.
Yeah,
An inner
A
sanctum.
cathedral has like an altar, you know.
yeah, a cathedral. with
But
a
what I
dais.
first thought of was the Basilica Sagrada Familia in Barcelona, just because it's so
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
in Barcelona.
It's just so
My mom
absurd.
studied abroad in Barcelona,
Oh well, both my fucking parents went to Barcelona, and that's how they
so
say
they
it.
say it like that.
It's so big. It has so many fingers.
Yeah.
It's like so detailed and ridiculous. I love it.
Wait, haven't you been to Barcelona? So why don't you say it like that?
I have been there,
I feel like if you've been there, you have to say it like
Barcelona.
that.
but
If you haven't been there, I think you don't get to say it like
I
that.
really don't remember.
Oh, so we
any
can't
of
say
them
it like
saying
that?
I don't think so. I think we have to say Barcelona and sound because so then the people, it's like a curse.
It's like when you know we've been there if we say Barcelona.
Yeah, because it's like then the people who have been there get to like say like, oh, actually it's Barcelona.
Yeah.
And it's like, don't think we should give them something.
What?
I just really don't remember any of them doing the TH.
I learned about it in Spanish class. It's like truly a dialect thing. It's like there are people from Spain that is the way they would pronounce it in that dialect,
Yeah.
but Spanish is such a widely spoken language that like a Spanish
Well,
dialect from somewhere else in the
I
world
think it
would
makes-
say
It's not like
Barcelona.
there's just one type of Spanish accent.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
Barcelona is there are Spanish speakers that would say say it.
My Spanish teacher is Spanish. Like she's from Spain, like
I
born
think
and
we had
raised.
the same Spanish
Yeah,
teacher.
and she taught us with the TH. She was like, in my class, we're gonna do this.
But that's what she explained was like it's a dialect thing, not like the right and wrong way to say it.
We went to our friend's wedding who is from that part of Spain, but they're Catalonian and they believe in like Catalonian independence.
Yeah.
So I think maybe they do have a different dialect, like because they live in like a neighborhood that's like actually like Catalonia. and
That's
not
cool.
Barcelona. So we went to Barcelona, but we were in a city outside of Barcelona.
Well, my mom
Anyways.
loves to say Barcelona.
The Sagrada Familia that was bad, but is
that's okay.
so fun.
I don't
That's
think anybody's
immediately
gonna,
what I
like,
thought of.
Get ya. Yeah, I loved the Gothic. I loved all the spires. I love how big it was. I love when Jerry describes something and then he's like, and then let me tell you how large it is. I'm always like,
Big.
whoa, it's huge. Like, I love it.
In my mind, I was mixing like Hyrule Castle.
I knew you were. I was imagining Hyrule Castle in my head.
Facade
Because I knew that's what you would want.
the Jerez del Frontera in Spain Cathedral and Notre Dame Cathedral.
We're really getting Spanish on this episode. I feel like we haven't had a lot of Spanish.
That's where you get all those
influence.
cathedrals from.
It's true. It's true.
Just like the buttresses on like the cathedral, like Notre Dame, where they're like not on the boring
Big
side.
old buttresses.
Like whenever you think Notre Dame, you think of like the
Esta
two.
buttress.
You think of the two. I think they're bell towers.
Hey.
The what?
I think they're bell towers on Notre Dame, but the other side where like there's these like buttresses that are like flying off.
Yeah.
Flying
then,
buttresses.
Flying
The other one
buttresses.
has
Man,
more of like the ones that like go out and they have like the spires, and then
Isn't there always
Hyrule.
like the Flying Dutchman?
Hyrule.
Flying the
Castle.
buttresses. The Flying Dutchman, that's like a separate.
There's a lot of different ones.
I was saying the Flying Duchess. Pardon me for thinking of
The
women.
Flying Duchesses. The Flying. There's something there.
No, I don't think so.
Hyrule Castle is like quintessential like castle.
Oh.
Yeah. Hyrule Castle is like, I look at it and I'm like, I live there.
Like that's a castle. You're like that's a little like cartoon fantasy castle.
Seems like shit's really gonna hit the fan soon.
Yeah, then we tried to unionize the dock workers.
I don't.
Yeah.
No, they were already trying.
Yeah.
I know. They literally said we're already trying our best.
Yeah, let's not give that credit
He
to
was
us.
like, we're working on it.
We can't change every system. Some people are changing the systems they believe in before we get there.
You all made alter egos,
Yep.
Which are really good.
Lock tight.
airtight,
Airtight alibi.
no leaks.
No leaks.
Everybody was really looking for us.
I thought we were gonna maybe like set him aside until somebody asked, and then,
But y'all went up front.
Sawyer whipped out. By the way, we're orphans. I was like,
That was
all right.
fucking hilarious.
It was the funniest thing I'd ever heard.
By the way.
We have to start practicing it now on people who will be like, whatever.
I
Yeah.
think pretty soon it's either going to be like we're dead or we have to really go undercover. We have to like not see the light of day.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it'll soon be like if you see our face, you'll know.
Yeah, but me and
Yeah.
Margie can both disguise ourselves, and Esta has the Lord Arathis disguise. She has the build for it already.
And we can get me a
And
better
these can-
bleach.
Oh, I was going to say you could be invisible.
Well, I can only do that once a long rest
Oh,
for an
sorry.
hour.
We'll find some potions, invisibility potions. Why didn't we think of that before we left Frogmont?
What? How could we have known?
Where would we have gotten them?
Miss Cookie.
Why didn't we go buy 10,000 angel dust potions?
We can't steal from Miss Cookie because she has to pay. Because then she would be.
No, we were going to pay her. We need to get some angel. Okay, the fact that we're not going.
I have one.
You do?
Jared
Does.
says I do.
Yep.
Okay, I think that it could be huge at this stupid corporate conference. And do you know what else could be huge at this corporate conference?
The charcuterie
on.
board.
the catering.
The networking.
The networking opportunities.
Yeah.
I really did forget what I was gonna say. I like
Wow.
Like I
But it was
had-
one of those three
I
for
like
sure.
I had like a thing that I was.
Something that could be huge.
Okay, I'm glad we got a cabana at the.
Yeah. Well,
pretty
we're
epic.
getting there. Well, so and then y'all get to the splash pad.
Yeah. And Layla, I kind of wanted to ask Layla,
Layla,
like,
yeah.
hey Layla, are you like cool as fuck? Like, hey Layla, like, are you like down for whatever? And then I was like, maybe she's just a teenager trying to make a buck.
We don't have to ask everybody that.
Whoa. Layla was not a teenager. Layla was.
That's the VIP concierge.
Yeah. Well,
pardon.
she wasn't VIP. She was just concierge. But I mean, they're always bringing top notch service. I was thinking she's like in her 30s.
Hey, saying see ya Layla was crazy.
That was my line. That's
What?
my line.
That's my line.
Well, if you weren't gonna say it, you know.
I like that we kind of switched personalities. I feel like with Valencia, I was kind of like coming into my Esta era, and then you were kind of like going into your Sawyer era.
Yeah.
Like we were really like, I don't know, switching places in the dynamic.
Yeah.
And then what did y'all think of pulling up to the splash pad with the resorts and the
Epic.
I mean, it rocked.
Made me want to go to a theme park right now.
I know. It made me want to go to Disney World.
The Schlitterbahn trip next year is gonna
This
go
year.
crazy.
It's on my.
This
It's on
year.
my. It's on my bingo card.
I'm gonna
thank
add it
God.
to my. I've left some like
Some
blank
banks.
no way. No way.
Oh my god.
spaces. I said blank spaces.
I left some
Thanks.
I I just know what you were about to
Oh my
say.
god! Didn't we just say we're gonna stop making fun of each other for saying things wrong?
I was lying.
Yeah, and I have literal footage of Olivia saying, "I'm gonna stop making fun of everyone."
No, I said we. I said we.
Whatever.
And somebody.
Messy.
We're gonna go to Schlitterbahn, and we're gonna. No, I can't say what we're gonna do.
We gotta go.
We're gonna spend the Patreon money on hot dogs.
No, we're not. No, none of the
spend our own money.
Okay.
I want you all to rest assured that the Patreon money does not go to that.
Unless
Lily doesn't even know where the card is. So
She wouldn't know the pin anyway.
I know the pin. I knew you were about to say that. I know the pin.
okay, we'll bleep it out. What is it?
Wait, really?
Hold it up with your fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrong.
She put up one number. She did one number.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
She checks out.
That's it.
I was surprised she rememred the plot twist.
You'll get why I got the first one wrong, right? Because in my head I was like, oh, you know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
What? Because like I forgot that the
Hope
first.
that was great for you guys to listen to.
I'm gonna cut that out. I forgot.
We also said we were gonna stop doing visual bits on our audio podcast.
You have literally all.
Olivia broke her resolution, and I broke my resolution, and I also broke like getting a nat 20 on things that don't matter. No, but I think I got a nat 20 on something that mattered.
Esther got a nat 20 on something that mattered.
What was it?
Yeah.
On the
stealth.
lucky.
Yeah, on the lucky thing. We all got a nat 20.
I got many nat 20s this episode, but that's like,
two.
oh, one of my resolutions was to get less nat 20s, so maybe you guys could roll more, but that didn't work.
So you broke that one. Olivia broke 2 resolutions. I broke 1 just now because I did a visual bit. But to be fair, you said do the visual bit.
well, you couldn't have said it out loud.
And then Campbell, did you hold fast to all of your resolutions?
No, probably not.
By the way, now we're talking
not.
about TTRPG resolutions, not like a life resolution.
Also, they were all fake.
That's true.
Peek behind the screen.
You all get to the your room, and
I'm glad we could bring Sally.
you
Yeah.
order. Yeah. You can
Yeah,
bring
that
Sally.
was awesome.
We put my
Because we're going to have to leave quick, you know?
We're gonna have to jump on Sally and bust through the windows of our,
That's what I was
our
going to say.
suite.
I love busting through a window.
It felt like entering our suite felt like if anybody's seen the movie, well, maybe The Hangover is
Yeah,
the best.
that's
but
what
like,
I was thinking.
like very like you're walking into your first Las Vegas
And
hotel room.
you're like, what the fuck?
You're like, this is
this
nice.
exists.
Yeah, you're just like totally blown away. I was like, that's
your
what it
first
feels like.
Las Vegas hotel room.
Your first like suite.
Like, what, like relatable, like, oh, you know, your first Las Vegas hotel
I'm saying
room.
like that's like a movie trope of like
Yeah.
they get to Vegas and
The
they're like,
blackout
wow.
the blackout curtains were from The Holiday when she goes to Cameron Diaz's
I
LA
watched that
house.
this Christmas.
What did you think?
It was fine.
If you like
It's not rewatchable.
if
You know
you
what
go
I mean?
ahead and like put the feminism out of your mind, if you go ahead and you can forget that you are a feminist, it's really a good
No, my critique was like, I don't get how people are watching it every year because it's like, well, the only fun of it was I didn't know what was going to happen. And now that I
Yeah.
know what happens, why would I watch it again?
It was.
forget.
I feel like the plot was interesting, but like it wasn't like laugh out loud funny.
Yeah.
But like the plot was really really good.
Jack Black was underused, I'd say.
Yeah,
Agree.
Agreed.
Most
Jude-
valuable asset.
Jude Law, great.
Jude Law, wonderful.
Jude Law, yummy. Colt and I watched that this year, and he said Jude Law was unfairly attractive in that scene. And the he said unreasonably,
every scene.
unreasonably
Yeah,
attractive.
they made him like a good widowed father.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it,
he
sorry.
said that after the first scene that he was in. So like,
That's fair. They made him look-
it was true for
They
all
made
the
him
other
look good as
scenes.
fuck.
They made him. That is okay. Anyway,
Well, it's been out for a while, so if you haven't seen it.
You all ordered a bunch of food
yeah.
to the
I was gonna
cabana.
describe cutting the giant mango with my sword.
Oh,
Okay, we
That's
moved on.
awesome.
still good.
Yeah, I could.
What's
Real
that
easy.
like?
I thought that was silly.
Start the next episode as we're conversing.
And
It's called stage business.
yeah, then you'll get into the stage business, podcast
Yeah.
business. Y'all get on into the room, and then y'all leave Margie there with Sally to protect her.
That was crazy. That was crazy that you were like, I think I'll stay here. And I was like, I know why you had to, but like, I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I guess like as Lily, I wasn't actually intending to.
I know. Could you imagine if we were like, okay, bye?
See, I
did I say?
was like punching
I
the wall.
think we're all about to
That
die.
was such a good line. Well, then when we were on the thing, I was like, is this just like fun, like content? Is this just like, this is our last joyful moment together before we die? You know, I was kind of like, is Jared gonna like, you know, really tie this into a plot point? Or is this just like fun character moment where like we're all having one last fun childhood moment before we like really, commit. But then like the trapdoor thing happened, which is like, I love when there's a subway or a whatever, and then there's a door in the side. Oh, that's yummy.
I'm so curious about tracks because it's like that's the race that we saw in
That
the
you
dream,
saw in
that I
your
saw,
dream.
right? Because
Yeah.
Kaiba.
So there was a couple things that you've seen. That's what you believe was fighting with your father in the visions. Yes. Kaiba, that was the name referred to. And then there was in your dream on top of the mountain, whenever y'all seeing visions, you saw a small little one.
Yes.
A small guy who was gray and black, who was about your size, of like the same race.
Yeah, so it's like we know they're pretty rare,
Very rare, yeah.
which like I feel like tabaxis are a little in the same vein, right?
Yeah, it's
Kano has like a good amount of tobacco.
That's true.
I would say like tabaxis, humans, herring johns, and
I thought it was
canine.
Herringon.
Herring john, whatever.
You struck a nerve.
Okay.
And I was gonna say like, did you not hear me questioning myself?
I
as
heard you say
said it?
Herringon, and it's like when people say
Herringon,
GIF. I was like,
Herringon.
ugh,
We'll say Herringon. That sounds better.
thank God.
Thank you.
Herringon.
I wanted to say something.
I would say like those are like all a step. Tabaxis are about as common as humans. Herringon are more common than them, and then canine are least common.
Got it.
Cool.
But yeah, I was so like, I hope he's not related to these people that I know,
Yeah.
or not know, but know my father.
Have been spiritually connected to. But yeah, anyway, y'all met Trax. What did y'all think of him?
I loved Trax, and then I remember that my
great.
character doesn't like boys, and I was like, okay, I have to not like him too much. But I was like,
I feel
this
like
guy's awesome.
I feel like I don't know enough about him, so he's neutral in my head. He
Yeah.
could be an
but
enemy.
he looks so cute.
But he is a big puppy dog. That's what I was gonna say. I
Oh
was
my
like,
god!
He has pointy white ears and he has blue swim trunks.
Yeah.
the image
These
of him
two.
is so cute.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck! These two, you go. He's kind of cute, and they're like, love him, trust him. They trust
yes.
anyone.
I imagine him also in terms of like just speaking of age. I'm imagining him like right out of high school or something.
I was imagining him in college.
like older than y'all.
Oh,
I was
okay.
imagining like if we're freshmen, like I was imagining him like just like a few years older, like still in high school, a few years older.
Yeah.
If you say, but
I'll say like
I'll
he's
update
like
my mind.
18 plus.
I imagined he looked like this guy, but white.
Oh, I did.
Whoa,
not.
so hot! Like I was
That's just a
picturing, I was
wolf.
picturing him like a 16,
Yeah.
just like cute in like a puppy dog way, not like cute.
No,
and hot
yeah.
way.
Cute boy. Yeah.
It's an animated wolf.
People think he's hot. You don't even know, Olivia. Sometimes I think that like
The
you
furries
really-
are all over that guy.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I think that you don't know what's going on sometimes.
I don't.
I pulled up a picture from the bad guys. and
I
was like,
imagine
he's
him
not hot,
like
he's
if
a
you
wolf.
put Bolt on two legs.
That's what I was.
Yeah.
Yes, that's yeah.
yeah.
A little round and
You
fluffier.
can't say that Bolt is not similar to that guy.
Well, he's not.
Well, he
because
doesn't. Bolt
is
doesn't have
child.
a suit on.
What are you talking about? That face structure
Bolt's
is so
not like
similar.
a shark of corporate America.
Well, I've never seen the movie Fucking Bad Guys. I just know it exists.
Well, me neither. Bolt is an awesome
What are you
movie.
talking about this?
That
Oh, we should
movie-
watch Bolt.
It is
And-
like anyone who's
Bolt
trying.
has a carrot.
Anyone who has to sneak into the summit and isn't allowed like in the door normally,
Trust.
I trust. You know, it's like like anybody who's kind of like running interference. It's like
And if he
okay,
is,
I think we're probably
that's
on the
fine.
same goal here.
And some of us need to be more trusting than others, and that's the role that you've taken.
well, I didn't say it.
But if he is like 19, like he's gonna know a thing or two. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was just imagining, like I don't know, similarly curious, like teenager who thinks they can whatever. But like 19 is like okay, he's like he's committed. You know, to
19, you know something.
this. And you're getting
Yeah.
tried as an adult.
This
if things go
isn't
south.
like this is not
I think we've maybe done. We've been convicted of enough crimes. Not convicted, accused of enough crimes.
Yeah,
that they'd
whoa,
be like,
not
we're trying.
convicted.
Whoa.
We're trying you as adults.
Not guilty.
How close are we to Levi? Speaking of,
Opposite direction.
Oh,
I would say Levi's
oh really? I thought
in-
Levi was here.
I would say Levi's in the castle.
Yeah, like wouldn't you be being held there?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Could be.
By the way,
Let's bust him out and
Let's
put a
bust
gun
him-
in his hand.
You learned your lesson, right? Here you go.
in my mind,
My God.
Trax is really like just the all white version of Kuro or Yodan from Delicious in Dungeon.
Oh yeah. I love
Very,
that guy.
like very friend shape, or like Bolt. Bolt
Yeah.
works a lot. Very friend shape.
Friend-shaped.
I
Very
imagine
like
one with a long neck.
kind
You know,
and
like
nice.
Undertale.
Friend-shaped.
I imagine
Evil
Yeah.
people, no, bad people can be friend shaped. This is why we keep getting got, and you guys never listen to me. And then we get got, and you guys go, "Oh, we should have thought of that." And I go, "Well, some of us did."
I imagine him as Long Neck Dog from Undertale.
Long neck dog.
Never.
Lesser dog.
Long neck dog.
Well, okay.
Does he have a long neck?
Olivia, I can't even begin to articulate how long this dog's neck is.
I just
No. Imagine a dog with a really long neck.
I got some really
No.
long dog.
Now make it longer. Now look at this. And I guarantee you, you're not even close to long enough.
Oh shit.
That's right.
My
Is it longer than you
God.
thought? Is it longer than you thought?
Yeah, it
told
is.
You.
Kinda looks
Told
like a
you.
cat, though.
Okay, if you're listening to this, go look up Lesser Dog from Undertale and say if you imagined his neck long enough.
Did you look up long neck
But this
dog
is also what he
Undertale and it
looks
still
like.
popped up?
I looked up
also what it
Undertale long dog and it came up with this. So that's how I imagine him, but with blue swim trunks.
Yeah.
Shout out Undertale.
But yeah, so and like we were saying earlier, like if he was y'all's age, it would have been like, oh, like mischievous, like, like what are you planning on? But now it's like he's older. That's what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be more of like, well, what are you planning on? Like,
Yeah, like, other people are here with plans. It also could be bad if other people are here with anti-Golden Order plans and like, we're not working together.
I would say it's safe to assume that there are many people who are trying to get this.
I think there's a lot of things happening.
I think everybody's about to be at this summit.
That's what I said.
Everybody's here.
Whether through the front door or the back door.
Or the underground door.
Or the underground door.
Or the above ground door.
It's gonna be like at the furry rave.
We didn't get
Yeah.
into. We didn't get
Fair.
into, so we'll never know.
Why'd you bring that up?
I wish-
They didn't
I
let us
wish.
know.
Sorry, I wasn't even there. I didn't
Oh
know.
shit, you weren't even there.
Forgot. Oh my goodness.
Did y'all like Photoshop me in
Photoshop you into what?
the memory?
No,
Oh,
I did.
never.
sounds like you
Well,
did.
I did just
here?
then. Yeah, I did.
Well, the fact that you knew about it just seemed weird that you remembered it.
You described it in such vivid detail. It was
I
like
can,
was
I
there.
can, I can picture us very vividly sitting in that hotel room,
At that
looking
table.
around wide-eyed at all the furries, and then getting to look down at where the rave was happening.
Did you
but
feel like you were in Cato? Like, whoa, there's like mad furries.
Sure.
no,
Anyway,
No, they were a little
whenever
different.
whenever you described
no,
it to
they
me,
were little like actually humans in costumes.
Yeah, right. I just imagined it so vividly that like an alternate version of the memory exists in my mind. I probably am picturing it all wrong, but
Probably. You couldn't even understand the vibes at this location.
well, rub it in, why don't you?
I will.
Anyway, what do y'all think what do y'all think Trax is there for?
Well, probably to do something to fuck the Hell Order, because it seems like they're kind of the antithesis.
Here's what I think. I think the Githyanki and the Kanai as like a rare and like maybe like, I don't know, not like endangered race, but like just like a rare race in the land have some sort of alliance. And he's like, and he like knows what's up or something. Or he's like trying to get in to like save a Githyanki ally.
Or maybe he's silver crowning it.
I was going to say, I think he's Silver Crown.
That's probably a better guess.
Because it's like they have so many agents out there that like,
Yeah.
and they're all not
But-
like aware of each other.
It can like be beneficial to be a conspicuous agent, right? Like in some ways, it can like, if your outward appearance is very conspicuous, it can cause people to not pay attention to like what you're doing, which can
Yeah.
be a good quality of like a special agent or someone who's trying to get away with something. But like it can also be like a detriment, like for the Silver Crown to induct like a canine member, they would just have to be really strategic about how they were using that person's like appearance if they were going on like missions in the field. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
But it feels
Yeah.
like Astea being such a big city, like I imagine it like an LA or a New York, like this would be the place that you would see this race, that it
Yeah.
would be like, sure. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it would be the one place that like I feel like people would get so used to it that it wouldn't.
Like Astea is going to be a diverse city.
Yeah,
'cause
like
it's the cultural.
yeah, it's like if you're gonna see this race that like Astea
Well,
is a
then
good
it makes
bet.
sense that this is where he's like deployed.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
that would be really cool.
Sweet.
But also, I mean, his
Could be a rogue
personality.
agent.
Where does name come from?
I realized whenever I sat down at the table, I did have a name for him, and I was just thinking a
Big
lot.
mistake.
And then I was like, I kind of did I answered this on JMO Jared of like, I think Jamberry asked how I come up with names. And I was like, first I go to like, is there any name that I think that y'all would know and maybe only a few people would know in the Discord or like that listen? And I was like, no, like I can't think of anything fast. And I was like maybe like a dog name, like Rufus. And I was like, no, that's not the vibe I want to give them. And then I was like, Spot, just like regular dog names. But then I thought of my dogs that I've had in my life. And I had a dog for a little bit that was named Tracker. That was spelled Trakr, which was named after, he was a Belgian Malinois, and we named him after a dog that was in the wreckage of Ground Zero. It was like one of the rescue dogs named Tracker. And it was a really cool name. And then I was like, well, Tracker is like still like dog name. What's like a humanoid name? And I was like, Trax. I was like, that's a cool name. Still like kind of dog-like.
I liked it because it had a dog vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
it's still unique. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not like, oh, hey, Spot.
yeah,
I wouldn't take him serious.
No. Plus, that was the name of your flea dog from Definitely Wizards.
Oh, you're right.
Spot.
If I just had him.
That would be.
What if I made all my Goblin mode characters canon?
I would rejoice.
That would be funny.
We like walk into like a bar and they're all like at a table one
Who's
day.
the one from Big Mike?
Yeah.
Big Mike.
Big Mike. Never forget Big Mike. But yeah, he did
Big
have
Mike
a very
is
like
at the
gregarious
Estaeus
personality.
Big Mike is here.
Big Mike is at the Estaeus.
Big Mike's in the wave pool.
Big Mike's.
Yes.
Big Mike's floating.
This is This is a prequel.
No, this is heaven. Big Mike died.
This is heaven.
So this
He went to a different realm.
This is the next realm.
Yeah.
This is his next.
No,
life.
but like imagine you're a Silver Crown member. Like you wouldn't be like making friends. You wouldn't be like mentioning like he could be tied to the Silver Crown and like have gone rogue, kind of like Felicity. It's like she's in the Silver Crown.
Yeah.
But, like she has her own shit. Yeah, the fact that he like mentioned it so quickly
yeah.
and is like wasn't super sneaky about it, like that just doesn't seem that Silver Crown.
He was also calling it like doing business with. So maybe this is like a
you're
job
right.
for someone
hired.
working for. Maybe
Hired
he could be a hired hand. Yeah, that's a good point.
But he seems like he genuinely has an interest, right? So what if he's somebody who like has this interest in this tunnels and people like
And he's been
somebody
but we don't-
hired him as the tunnel expert.
But we don't know that. He just said, I have an interest. And you're like, must be genuine.
Well, you can't lie about that.
yeah. Well, I think maybe he's like the expert. That's like
Yeah, maybe the Silver Crown hired him as their tunnel expert.
You can't lie about an interest.
You can't, because why would you lie? Like, because that gives away more information about yourself than you want. Like, it's only it's only to your disadvantage to say it. So it's got to be true.
He said one sentence.
I believe him. He's got a special interest in tunnels.
Crazy.
He has a dog.
So trusting.
I have intuition, and I know
Most
that
dogs
he
don't
loves
like tunnels.
You have 2 wiener dogs.
2 wiener dogs that like digging.
They love tunnels.
They like, no, but a lot of dogs don't like to go underground.
Not wiener dogs.
well, this one does.
They like to burrow for specific things, but like, they don't like tunnels.
Well, this one.
Supposedly. Anyway, you think Felicity's going to be at the summit?
Yeah.
Felicity reveal. They're gonna be like, please welcome our next keynote speaker.
They're going to lower Big P down from the ceiling. all like tied up. And he's going to be like, hey guys.
Deus Ex Machina, like Big P Ex Machina. He's gonna come down on a harness,
And he's
from
going to
the
be
sky.
eating a sandwich like,
On the-
okay.
He's gonna be on the fly system.
Sorry if I just ruined your whole plan, Jared.
No,
Well,
it's
I
gonna be
was
like in the
gonna-
Hunger Games where he's gonna pop up, and then the aspect ratio of the screen is gonna change.
I was gonna say, a better question might be, who do y'all think there's like no way they're gonna be at the summit?
Wow, it seems like anybody could be there.
Sing us a song, you're a piano man.
Oh, yeah, Bib did kind of like pop up recently.
Yeah, Bib.
Like Bib came up
makes
like
sense to
too
not be
recently in a
there.
cameo. I want Miss Gray to be there, but like I fear that
I fear the worst
I
for
fear
her.
the worst. Like I fear that
She's probably with Levi.
not. Oh yeah. Oh,
God.
yeah. They would have detained her.
They
We could
wouldn't just
bust them
kill
both
her.
out. She has very valuable information, so I don't think that they would just kill her.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
I don't think Principal Pad's going to be there. I think he's busy.
I think Principal Pat's going to be there, but he's going to be like brainwashed.
Well, he's
or
supposed to be there.
possessed.
All the headmasters of the school.
But I think
everything
I think
blew
Principal
up.
Pat's going to show up and be like, I think we should listen to the Golden Order, and like his eyes are going to be glazed over. You know?
No.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, I think we should listen to the Golden Order.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I can't.
None of our goblins are gonna be there. Gilby, Gilbo.
Yeah.
Maybe Talia will appear finally. Will this finally be when we see her?
Yeah, she's been somewhere. Oh, probably like not gonna be there. Like Boris.
Huh? Oh, from Little Branch.
Slav.
I just gave him a full name. I mean, he could, unless he's like representing his like union
Little Branch.
You know that good old NPC, Borislav.
Oh, I know Booger. I know Booger's gonna be there.
Oh, maybe
Booger.
Lord Booger.
Oh, Lord
Booger.
Booger.
Are we
Everybody looked at me like I made that up.
Well, when
You gotta put Lord Booger
when you
in front of
remove
it.
the Lord from in front, it's like a whole other
Well,
name.
because I would have named an NPC Booger, like just like a random one.
Yeah.
But Lord Booger, you're like, oh yeah.
You thought I was just doing a deep cut of Booger.
Yeah, I thought it was like another goblin.
You know who I hope ain't there?
Bertram.
Boom.
Dirty Dan.
No,
Bertram and Burton.
Bertram's gonna show up at our trial and be like, "They did it."
I think at the very last episode of this podcast, it's gonna be revealed the BBG is gonna like die, and then behind a curtain, it's gonna be like, "It's me, Bertram."
No, it's gonna be this thing that this is gonna be spoilers for just something that will happen at some point. But I've had this in my back pocket for a long time. There's a scene in
You're spoiling the podcast.
I think it's in like Dark Souls. And this is how Bertram's gonna come out. Bertram's gonna come out. The y'all are going to be fighting like, let's say, like Governor Frey in like the final battle or whatever the fuck.
Whoa!
Nice.
Reveals.
I will say Governor Frey's not I don't think is the final guy.
You don't.
There's somebody worse than Governor Frey.
There are like demons and shit like that, and like
there are.
gods.
Yeah, he's kind of like
Jared's just telling you how this show's gonna end. Okay,
But it would-
final battle.
I'm just
to be
thinking
the
of.
BB.
I'm saying like the number one on y'all's kill list. So like Governor
Mine's
Frey.
Esta.
It's like, let's say like it's like the final battle with Governor Frey, and then Governor Frey's gonna walk up, and then Governor Frey's gonna get stabbed through the chest, lifted up, and then thrown on the ground, and then
Yeah.
Bertram's gonna stand
Yes.
up and fucking fight y'all.
Oh my
but like,
god.
I feel so bad for what we
And
did.
I'll take
like,
his knees and his eyeballs again.
Wasn't he trying to kill us?
No.
I think they were trying to kidnap y'all.
yeah.
I don't know. I like hope that he got healed and he's reformed. Like,
He's
I hope that he's
fine.
living a better life.
He's fine.
Or they were trying to jump y'all. I don't know.
But the barbarians that we killed, that was
No.
like based.
No, it was kind of like we were trying to talk it out, and then maybe somebody lost patience, or maybe somebody got confused between the names as they were talking.
I think we offended them. Yeah.
and one of them got angry, and then I kneecapped the other one, and things got out of hand.
Things got a little.
But that was the younger Beans.
That was like we didn't quite know the litmus of like, are we killing people? Are we not?
And we didn't.
Are we
were
killing?
really-
Are we maiming?
We were really testing
And we
the
maimed.
waters.
and
we maimed.
We said, well, there's only one way to find out.
And so we
So
started.
murder.
Maiming.
We started with kill, and then we said maybe maim is better.
So we said kill worked. Let's see about maiming. And then
And-
we maimed. And then do you know what? We kind of never maimed again.
And I will say maim felt worse than kill.
Yeah. But also it was like the target. Like Bertram was like, okay, you're silly. Like you're like silly. The barbarians were like, I see them every time I go to like a public place that serves food and alcohol. And it felt really good.
It felt like justice, frankly.
Yeah.
It felt so real.
I think it doesn't.
It felt a little like a D&D as therapy.
Yeah.
I get to kill the evil guys in the bar.
It felt like in the Henry Cavill Superman when they dumped the beer on his head. Don't know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
No,
Oh, well, imagine Henry Cavill wet. I mean,
I can.
Whoa.
Zack
He's
Snyder.
wet in most movies.
Zack Snyder did one thing
Opening-
right, and
hey.
that was keep him soggy.
Opening
Yeah.
of The Witcher, he's in a little bog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because they know he looks better when he's wet.
They
As
put
do
him in the
most attractive
tub.
men.
Witcher tub scene.
Olivia's imagining.
Oh my god.
Give her a second.
Oh.
Give her a
She's gone
second.
to her mind palace.
Okay.
She dragged me down with her too.
That's why all the Bridgerton men get thrown in a pond.
I was just talking the other day about because I'm really obsessed with like different adaptations of Pride and Prejudice and like Mr. Darcy, and almost every modern film adaptation of Mr. Darcy, like they're getting him wet. And like the 1995 Pride and Prejudice holds so truly, like completely accurately to the original book. Like it's a 6-part miniseries. And the one big thing that they changed that rocked the world and changed romance media forever was they put him in a lake. And then they had the lake scene. I mean, it's famous, it's renowned. And since that day,
Gams was up in that lake.
okay,
No, this is different.
No. That's 2005.
No. So Colin Firth was up in that lake.
Colin Firth was up in that lake.
But Tom Wamsgans,
Kingsman was up in that lake.
Matthew McFadden, Mr. Darcy in 2005 was standing in the rain, soaked in the rain.
Even better.
So like it basically established this new thing of like Mr. Darcy's definitely, but all male love interests like getting soaking wet.
Yeah.
And it was a really important. It was a really important shift. There might have been men who got wet before him. I'm not saying nobody ever got wet. I'm just saying like the fact that that was the one thing about Mr. Darcy that they changed or added was like, okay.
There's a wet scene.
There's
How
the
did
wet
we get
scene.
here?
There's also a fencing scene.
I
One
don't
other
know.
thing they added, there's a fencing
I don't remember the through line, and I usually remember our through
And
lines.
I think now that we're lost in the woods, I think it's about time that we start our A+s and flunks.
A+.
A+, our backstory.
A+ everything.
A+ to Sawyer.
Our parents who died
A+
in a
to,
fire.
by the way, we're orphans.
So by
Yeah,
the way,
A+
we're orphans.
to by the way we're orphans to really open the rest of us up to just like start rocketing out the information that we pre-planned.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. That's my A+. That's my A+.
Poor
Was
Layla.
y'all's backstory.
Are you going to keep the pre-planning in?
Yeah, of course.
I think it's only right that we're honest with the people.
I think you can tell we didn't come up with that on the spot. By the way you said, by the way, we're orphans.
Are you kidding? That's a great. Like, if I was a really good improviser, that would have been out of the blue.
That would have fucking killed.
That would have been so funny.
Great offer.
And then I
Especially
loved
at like the end of a scene.
The manager later, like, well, I heard there were some orphans here today.
Yeah.
I hear that there were 3 orphans.
Yeah. I mean, every day our improv skills are improving. So one day we'll,
One day we'll be able to say, and by the way, we're orphans without any pre-plan.
Without any pre-plan.
yeah. That's a great one. That's gonna become the new like I have a gun. Like,
5 years from now, we're gonna be in an improv show, and one of us is gonna turn at the end of a scene and go, by the way, we're orphans, and it's gonna fucking kill 3 of us.
blackout. Yeah.
3 of us are gonna be rolling on the floor, and everybody's gonna be like, it wasn't that funny.
On our dropout style.
Pre-planned. 5 years ahead, pre-planned.
Yes, love it.
They're gonna be like, I felt like just lodged in there, and we're just gonna be pissing our pants. And that's how I prefer to do improv. All inside jokes.
Yeah.
That's the only way to do it. You're inside. Anyway.
I'm gonna kill you.
Anyway, flunks. Any flunks?
My dice during the stealth scene.
Oh yeah.
That like 1d20 has been my buddy like the last like probably 5 episodes.
Damn.
And all of a sudden it just betrayed me in my time of need.
when I needed him most.
Rolling a nat 20 on using a luck point though
That was
that
crazy.
was awesome.
was like, oh, thank God.
You needed that.
If I'm gonna use it, it better be a nat 20.
I thought you were gonna lose like all faith in like the mechanics of D&D if your dice didn't roll well in that moment.
Well,
I thought you were gonna quit.
I wouldn't have done that, but I would have been pretty upset.
You would have bought loaded dice after that.
Yep. I would have opened up Amazon real quick. I thought about unlocking a pin to blow up the thing. But then I was like, but we didn't really need to like roll damage
That's
or
crazy.
anything.
Now that would be crazy.
That would have been crazy.
Sometimes you go, I was gonna unlock a pin for this, and we go, that's crazy. And then sometimes we go, why don't you unlock a pin for this? And you go, no. So I don't really know your internal radar on what
You don't know about me.
I don't.
You don't know about me.
And that's what I'm saying.
You don't know about me.
What's my flunk? My flunk is I didn't come up with a cool voice like Sawyer did when we met the dock worker guy.
My flunk is that our names and backstories are all jokes now. I was like really excited to like come up with like real like
We can redo
covers.
them anytime.
At any point, you can call for us to be more serious
No,
about
now
something.
we're married to Peas, Valencia, and Serengio.
I love being Valencia.
I'm very happy about peas.
I have winged eyeliner and I painted my nails.
Oh my God.
Well, you were going to be Sarah, so we gave you an upgrade, to be fair.
I'm going to dye my hair purple. I'm Valencia now.
Wait, you picked your mom's name as your cover?
Yeah.
You picked the Owlcat bus's name
Yeah.
as your cover. Surrenderial. My ultimate, my like literal ultimate flunk for Sawyer is that like I didn't make her like elf weeb phase.
Oh yeah.
sort of thing.
You threw that in.
But
That was
I am
fun.
glad that I threw it
I
in.
had an elf phase.
She like it's she literally knows elf. My 3 languages are Common, Elvish, and Halfling. Like it was like always like swirling.
At some
around.
point, you should just be like, and Sawyer says this to Elvish in Elvish to Esta.
Yeah.
If we want to, like, Beans did not hear something.
That'd be
Oh my
crazy.
god, yes, I could. Oh my, I never even thought about that. I never even thought about excluding Beans, but now I'm totally gonna do it.
I don't
I
speak
think Esta
Elvish,
would
but I
short
do
circuit
speak
if you
Sylvan.
started speaking
But I
Elvish.
think the Elvish I speak has to be like I've only watched like elf anime. Like
Yes!
the words and the tone.
So good.
Like the way I deliver like the lines is like I don't even know what it would be.
Well,
I love that.
Like that's the only Elvish.
Do you speak Draconic?
Yes.
Me too.
What? So what the hell?
I speak Common, Draconic, Infernal, and Sylvan.
How do you speak Sylvan? That's kind of random. Is that Path of the Beast?
It's a Tabaxi language.
Cool.
Common, Draconic, Elvish, and Celestial.
Why do you have 4 languages? I only have 3.
Because some of us are cool and some of us aren't.
You can't even read.
I think maybe I got an
But I can
extra
speak.
one.
Yeah, Common shouldn't be on there. Oh.
I think because I'm noble, I got an extra one.
I can
Like I
speak
studied
it,
a language.
You had a private tutor
Yeah.
in the
but then my backstory got me Draconic and Infernal.
cool.
Haunted one. Dun, dun, dun.
Haunted one. Oh, I have no backstory.
Womp womp.
Shrubberbs.
Maybe I should start speaking to my siblings in Sylvan.
That would rock. Then Governor Frey couldn't hear you. Screw that guy.
Well, maybe he speaks Sylvan.
Well, I don't know what my flunk is. I mean, that was great. I'm sure I'll have some regrets.
What was your
I always do.
I love a like return to form episode after like a really intense one.
Yeah. My A plus is when Esta said, "We're probably gonna die." That was so good.
nobody else here knows
Yeah.
that this is our last day. And then I told the
hurrah.
manager to like, if you wanna, this might be the perfect day to really embrace.
My flunk is that once again, I'll never confess my love to Margie because life just keeps getting in the way.
I love that. That's one of my favorite tropes. I'm sorry.
Me too.
It just keeps getting in the way.
It's not really my flunk.
Just don't have time.
It's like in Frozen 2. He keeps trying to propose to
Yeah.
her, but like plot keeps happening.
Hate when plot keeps happening.
That's a man.
But I liked you like trying to like memorize her true form. I thought that was really sweet.
That was crazy. How you put
It's
that
like,
in there.
are you kidding me?
Oh, that was so cute.
Oh, because I don't know the next time I'm gonna say it.
She
I
could-
don't know the next time she's even gonna get to. Oh my god.
Yeah, she could
Oh
be
my
dead.
god. Yeah, or she's just gonna have to like she like can't live in this world as herself.
Quit hitting the table.
I'm sorry about that.
That's what we're fighting for.
You've got I can't. Except Flunk, I described her as having cheekbones, but like in my head, she actually has really chubby cheeks. So I don't really know what, maybe I don't know.
In her
In her real form, maybe she doesn't. But I can't abide that. I think that I don't know. I just have always imagined her with like really round cheeks. That's just Margie.
But I
to
think
me.
like kids of any race, like I imagine probably have like little cheeks.
Yeah, that's true. That's like not really a real flunk. I all I said was cheekbones.
Did you say your flunk?
But you know what I mean. She's not like snatched.
My
Like, she's
flunk is
not,
my
like-
dice as per fucking usual.
Oh, yeah.
So
Classic. But they gave you a nat 20, which I feel like
no, it led to some silly like as always like your dice.
I feel
Tell
like
a
you
funnier story.
I feel like you rolled in the middle more than super low.
We needed someone to
perhaps
bring the
above
suspense.
average.
Yeah. Jared, what
As
are
Bandrew
your
described me.
A plus?
Oh, I haven't read
Above
I
average.
haven't read the update yet.
Could not be me.
I still think my A plus was just the whole like going into the splash pad and that kind
It's
of
awesome.
time.
Yeah, that rock.
My other A plus is my creation of our creation. We did it together. The characters that tell you how difficult each slide
Big,
Oh,
big
yeah.
boomy.
I loved y'all adding
big
to the world
bubble.
building.
and big boomy,
Big bubble, big boomy.
little tube,
Little tube
and
and
medium splash.
medium splash.
Y'all's world building was great.
Well, they had to add medium splash so that they could describe all the sizes of the cups for sodas.
I cannot wait for the fan wiki page to have to like go into detail about the slides.
I can't wait for Jamberry to draw like the most beautifully like fully rendered like character art of medium splash.
in a little tube.
Like a teenager in a suit.
Yeah.
Like a what do they call it?
Who's bigger, Big Boomy or Big Bubble?
I think that like they're equal, but they're always sort of like saying, "I'm bigger." No, I'm bigger.
No, but like,
and then they go boom against each other.
But at the concession stand, one's got to be bigger.
Boomy is like, boom. Let me get a big boomy.
a Route 44.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what I'm thinking.
There's like actually 4 sizes.
I also love the idea of a medium splash, like a splash being described. Like we're gonna make a big splash. Like we're gonna make a medium splash. Anything being described as a medium splash is so funny. What's the other one? Little tube. Or Lil Tube.
I'd be thinking about Schlitterbahn right now. You know that fun ride? Now you kept falling off on it, but the rapid.
God damn. The one that I fell off on, and then a teenager had to like, you were like stare at me as I like flopped.
You were kind of like being like you kind of needed some help, and they were like
wobbly back into my tube. God,
at you.
Oh,
this is gonna sound like
that was the most fun one.
It was.
That
it was
also
the best one. I had the most fun, but oh my God.
But it was also in the line for that ride. It was like we watched 2 people like pass out and one woman like vomit, and it was like
103 humid. Like it was dangerous.
It was like, wait, should we be here?
And then
there's no free water.
We were talking about D&D in line, so we were like, oh yeah, well like I killed that guy, but like you know what I mean? And, like we sounded insane.
Oh, we were really trying to figure out the star and the moon and the sun. That whole thing.
We were like,
we were trying to crack it open.
And I think people around us were probably like, what the fuck? Maybe it was good marketing.
I don't think people listen to other people as much as we do.
I love listening to people.
I do too, but I don't think that's a common practice.
This is gonna sound like such like stereotypical, like I'm getting older, like whatever. But like every year that we go back to Schlitterbahn, like the teenagers working the slides look younger, and it makes it like more embarrassing.
Yes,
like,
it does.
It makes them more intimidating.
You're like
they have a whistle, and you're like,
they're the age of the people who should be enjoying this,
yes.
but they're all working there.
So they're trying to make a buck, like before they have to go back to high school the next year, and then we're like, woohoo! And, like we just had like a bright red 40 margarita.
Red 40 margarita.
Tweak off the red 40.
And we're falling off our tubes, being like, can you hold that?
Tweaking off my blue pina colada.
Blue pina colada. That sounds awesome.
Schlitterbahn rocks. Are you coming this year?
We've got to go back.
You bailed on us
Schlitterbahn
last
is
time.
amazing.
Jared didn't come.
Yeah, Jared was like, I'm leaving.
Jared did an Irish exit. No, he didn't even go. He didn't show up. And Colt went.
yeah.
And Colt said,
And then Colt was
Jared's
like,
not here.
Jared's not coming. He was so sad.
And then Colt got up and left early the next morning.
Colt was like, oh, wait, is Jared not coming?
Oh.
He said, I'm actually busy now. And he got up and left.
Yeah, he said, I think I have work. He was so sad. Oh my God. Okay.
Anyway, what was your flunk? Sorry.
My flunk,
I just get that out.
I think, was the transition from the encounter to y'all getting to Estea. It was like a little fuzzy. Didn't have like anything, but I think it worked. I don't think it was too bad.
I think we talked long enough that we
was
really
kinda-
wrote it out for you.
I was a
There
little.
were a few big chunks where we like started yapping in the middle of the episode.
My favorite part about episode 50,
That's the one that's out now.
yes, that I because I've been listening to it, is that the first 20 fucking minutes are just us talking.
Yeah.
So sorry if we ruined the pacing.
What? No.
In
I think people
episode-
like to
yeah.
listen to us
Yeah,
talk.
that's true.
I think.
People pay to listen to us talk.
Yeah.
I think if they didn't like to listen to us talk, they wouldn't be here at this
It
point.
It would be
on
on episode 50. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Jinx, you owe me
talking
a
about
blue
interesting
pina colada.
things, though.
Ooh. If you want to hear us talk even more, head on over to our Patreon.
And if you don't
If you want to see us go to Schlitterbahn,
come to
follow us on social
Lily.
media. What? No, I mean it. We always post about Schlitterbahn.
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't. We've been once.
And we posted about it on social media, so you better go follow us. It was a good
That's
plug.
enough to say we always post about it.
Well, we do 100% of the time.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
We don't know that because you never know I don't know. Usually when we get together for fun now, we're like, put the phones away.
Yeah, it's true.
We farm each other for content too much.
It's kind of like if you're paying us to like make the content, we'll make it. If you're not, we're not posting about it.
If you're not, we throw our phones off a cliff.
Yeah. As the Gals and Goblins account has gotten juicier, my personal social media has like gotten drier.
Mine's gotten juicier just because I have more content. Whereas like in the past, I would have like, it would have been like, well, no pictures, no videos, no
What else are
nothing.
we plugging? Oh, get tickets to the live show. If you're listening to this as it came out, the
Less
live
than a
show's-
month away,
Yeah, the
3
live show's
weeks
coming
away.
Get your live stream tickets. Get your in-person tickets.
Come
If
to
you don't-
Austin.
If you want in-person tickets and you don't have them and you're listening to this, get them right now.
Boy, howdy, you better get them.
It's gonna sell out. But like, get your live show tickets. Those can't sell out. There are infinite amounts of them.
The live stream.
Oh, live stream. That's what I meant. Sorry. And that's it. That's
Yeah,
all
that's
I
gotta
have.
be it.
And the merch. Get the merch.
Get merch.
You know about the merch. If you're listening to this, you know about the merch. We're selling medium splash.
No, we're not.
We're selling medium splash like Magic Mike pinup poster.
Wow, we're not, but I wish we were.
And
If
with
somebody
that,
could draw that.
good night.
Bye.